Competitive Smash has always been hype. From the iconic Wombo combo in Melee to the insane crowd reactions in Brawl at Apex 2012. But especially in the last couple of years and with the release of Smash 4, the Smash community picked up tons of steam. The tournaments have been getting bigger, the prize pods have been getting higher, and the matches have been as hype as ever. I'm C5 from the Beefy Smash Dudes, and with Smash 4 recently having its 3rd anniversary, we want to take a look at the top 5 most hyped Smash 4 sets ever played. Quick reminder that there is only 1 week left for you to get the elegant Luigi shirt. If you haven't got it yet, now is the time to do so. The link is in the description and in the end screen, so if you want one, don't miss your chance. Now, when it comes to ranking sets by hypeness, there are a few factors we want to count in. Obviously, a high level of gameplay itself is very important, but there is more to a set than that. There is always a story behind it. An underdog fighting to prove himself, an established king trying to defend his throne, and the crowd that is being torn apart by the action and the different players they are rooting for. This juicy drama and the storyline is always something the fighting game and even the sports fans have been looking for.
Easy money!
So the background story to a match is definitely something we counted in when creating our top 5. So now, let's get started with our 5th place of the most hyped Smash 4 sets of all time, Mr. R vs MK Leo at Smash Factor 4. The tournament series, located in Mexico, was still a lot smaller than the big majors in the US. Mr. R was the first seed but already lost one set against MK Leo in winners semis. MK Leo, who was only 14 at the time, was well known in Mexico but not in the rest of the world, yet. Playing Meta Knight, he made it all the way into the grand finals, where he met Mr. R once again, who was still projected to take it back and win the tournament. But that was not what the crowd wanted. The venue was completely filled up with mostly Mexican players cheering for their representative, MK Leo. Even before the match started, the tension was very high. Every single game was extremely explosive, partly because Meta Knight had the power to end stocks after only a few hits. This was at a time before Meta Knight got nerfed, but when people still weren't sure about how strong this character can actually be. MK Leo was about to change that. Mr. R took the first game of the set, but after that it took a turn into the completely opposite direction. In game 2, MK Leo 2-stocks Mr. R with an almost 0-to-death combo in the second stock. The crowd erupts into cheers, birthing the famous Mexican 2-stock chant.
Ole, ole, ese es el nuevo canto. Two-stock, two-stock, ole, 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 ole.
MK Leo went on to showcase Meta Knight's extreme strength, showing off several down tilt locks and ladder combos, 2-stocking Mr. R 2 more times before ending the set 3-1. This was MK Leo's first big breakthrough, after which he went on to prove himself as one of the best players in the world. These 3 2-stocks in a row were enough to make the whole venue pop off and to result in the, for us, 5th most hyped set of all time. On number 4, we have the showdown in Europe, Esam vs iStudying in the losers finals of Beast 6. The tournament was held in Sweden, so of course almost the whole crowd wanted to see the Netherlandish player iStudying take it over Esam, one of the few American players visiting. But that wasn't the only reason for iStudying's popularity. His flashy playstyle and incredible combo game with Greninja, a character that was at the time still moving a bit under the radar, captured everyone's hearts instantly. It was a classic Pokemon battle, Greninja vs Pikachu, with both players showing off every trick their character had to offer. From Greninja's footstool combos and Pikachu's jab locks to some incredibly hard reads from both players. It was a constant back and forth, driving not just the crowd but also the commentators nuts. The set led to a Game 5 situation, and even though the tournament was played with 3 stocks, the matches went by pretty quickly. As a viewer, you were constantly on the edge of your seat, since any opening of either one of these players could lead to a huge amount of damage or even a stock loss. The whole match was truly unpredictable, and in the end, iStudying was able to take the 5th game, making every European Smash Smashers' hopes come true. This set put not just Greninja but also iStudying on the map as a world-famous player and one of the best Europe has to offer. Our third place is a real classic that definitely wrote Smash history. Ally vs Zero in the grand finals of Smash and Splash 2. Zero was still seen as the world's best player by most, but he wasn't untouchable anymore. Ally was one of the few players able to make Zero sweat at the time. A while before Smash and Splash, Zero already lost to Ally at Gommel in Canada, adding to the big Ally-Zero rivalry, and people were excited to see if it was a fluke or if Ally could get another victory. The first set was already full of high-level gameplay, with Ally really showing that he has what it takes, winning it 3-1 and resetting the bracket. There were a lot of close situations, but what made this day so special was not the first but the second set of the grand finals. It started out with another really close game and a 1-0 lead for Zero, when things took a crazy turn. At the end of the second game, both Zero and Ally died at the exact same time. Something like that is extremely rare and has never happened on such a big stage. These were arguably the two best players at the time, and this second game actually led to a draw, which meant, according to the rulebooks, that they had to do a one-stock 3-minute rematch. The whole venue went crazy and nobody could believe that this actually just happened. The rematch was being played, which Ally ended with an incredible air dodge read, and from that moment on, nobody could sit still anymore. The rest of the set was still pretty close, but it looked like winning the one-stock rematch gave Ally enough momentum to also take the next two games, winning the set and the whole tournament. The simultaneous death in Game 2 was definitely the biggest reason for this set to make it on this list, marking a highlight of the rivalry between Ally and Zero. For our second place, we had to make an exception and include a little more than just one single set. The winners finals and both grand finals of the Game Tyrant Expo 2017, Elegant vs MK Leo. GTX had a huge prize pot, so there was a lot on the line already. Elegant, as the fan favorite, made an incredible run throughout the whole tournament and met MK Leo in winners finals, who previously in the tournament defeated Zero and was seen pretty much as the only contestant for challenging Zero's rank 1 status. The winners finals themselves were already extremely hype, with an incredible finisher from Elegant resulting in a huge pop-off. The underdog made it into grand finals. In the losers finals, MK Leo was able to defeat Zero again and got another shot against Elegant, leading to one of the most intense sets of all time. It was explosive. Elegant was known for his insane combo game and of course had the infamous Luigi Cyclone on his side that could end stocks just like that. The set was as close as it could get, with MK Leo barely hanging on to his last stock in the 5th game, when Elegant had the chance of his life to finish it, but couldn't. MK Leo brought it back and reset the bracket, putting Elegant's durability to the test. The second set wasn't short of action either. With constant cheers coming from the crowd, the players fought it out for another 5 games, going back and forth in every game. Until the very end, it was impossible to predict the outcome of this set, when finally MK Leo was able to finish the last match after these long-fought 10 games of pure action, winning GTX and marking our second most hyped set of all time. We are almost at our number 1, but there are just so many great sets out there that we had to include a few honorable mentions. So here are some of the most hyped sets that barely didn't make it into our top 5. One of the biggest classics in Smash history is Zero vs Nairo at MLG 2015. The game was still young, but Zero has already proven himself as the uncontested king of Smash 4, having an incredible win streak of 54 tournaments in a row. But at MLG, Nairo was finally able to break the streak, with the whole venue going crazy over it, writing Smash 4 history. Our next honorable mention also includes Nairo at a much later point in time. Nairo vs Fatality at Civil War. The two best players of their characters, Zero Suit Samus and Captain Falcon, guaranteed non-stop action. It was one of the most fast-paced sets of all time, with no player backing down whatsoever. The whole 5-game set took less than 15 minutes, including coaching breaks, that ended with an incredible up-air to knee finisher from Fatality, upsetting Nairo at Civil War. Our last honorable mention brings us again to Civil War, Latai vs Zero. It was already in the losers bracket, so whoever lost was out of the tournament as 49th, something nobody would expect from Zero. Against all expectations, Latai was able to bring the set to a Game 5 situation, but it was looking grim. In the last game, Zero pulled ahead by over 100% in the last stock, as the venue was filled with one more stock chance, and most people hoping for Latai to somehow make the comeback, and he did. Only one up air with Zero Suit was enough to start a combo, pulling Zero all the way to the upper blast zone, securing Latai an unbelievable comeback. The venue was filled with shouting and disbelief, making this one of the biggest upsets in Smash 4 history. And now finally, we have made it to our number one most hyped set of all time. Please remember that this is of course only our opinion, and whether you agree or disagree, let us and the rest of the world know about it in the comments. For us, the most hyped set of all time was Sue against once again Zero at Frostbite 2017. It was a very anticipated tournament with a ton of Japanese participants and Sue's first time in the US. Over the course of the tournament, Sue, maining Lucario, has already proven himself to the viewers as extremely dangerous and quickly became a fan favorite. And in the winners finals, he finally met Zero. In the very first game, the crowd was already catching fire. Part of the reason why it was so hype was of course Lucario's aura mechanic and the insane power he gains when falling behind. And Sue knew perfectly how to make use of that. Zero lost one game with Diddy, lost another one with Cloud, and eventually even pulled out the Captain Falcon and took a game with him, as if the set wasn't hype enough already. But it still wasn't enough, as Sue won the set 3-1, moving into Grand Finals. And once again, we have to include not just the winners but also the Grand Finals for this list and view them as just one big fight. After defeating Nairo in the losers finals, Zero got his chance for redemption against Sue. As it is so often, the whole venue was cheering for Zero's opponent as the last fight of the day unfolded. And what a battle it was. No matter how often Sue fell behind in percent or stocks, he always managed to bring it back somehow with the help of his aura. Zero was never safe, no matter how few mistakes he made, and everyone knew it. The whole crowd was on their feet, but Zero pulled through and managed to reset the bracket with a 3-1 victory. And even though so many people were cheering for Sue, everyone was glad to see one more set of this insane clash of titans. The last set was as close as it could get. A constant back and forth between the players, non-stop action, and even though the whole Grand Finals took roughly 40 minutes, the viewers didn't get a single break.
Cover Zero! Cover me! Me? Oh, the wrong way! The wrong way!
It was a Game 5 situation, and throughout the whole last match you could hear the crowd as well as the commentators scream out in excitement until finally Zero ended the set and the tournament with a banana toss to up smash. Even though he wasn't the fan favorite, the whole crowd was honoring him with a well-deserved standing ovation, and for us this was without a doubt the most hyped Smash 4 set of all time. 2017 is coming to an end, and I want to thank all of you guys for supporting us for another great year. Thanks to all of the Smash fans, players, commentators and tournament hosts for making this and all previous years so great for Smash 4. We really can't wait for the next year to bring us just as many hype moments. With that said, I wish all of you guys Merry Christmas and a great start into the next year. I hope you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the action. And as always, Thanks for watching, see you soon and stay beefy.